WCBI News at 10 starts now.
We begin tonight with new developments in the search of a wanted man. Monroe County Sheriff Cecil Cantrell says the hunt for a man they consider extremely dangerous is over. 34-year-old Chad Justin Moore was in Florida. He is accused of severely beating his mother. Sheriff Cantrell says Moore is in jail in or around Tampa, Florida. The sheriff says they are trying to work out his extradition back to Monroe County. Moore is being charged with aggravated domestic assault. Deputies say Moore allegedly beat his mother at a home on Bigby Road northwest of Amory on Thursday. Cantrell says the woman was nearly beaten to death and suffered skull fractures, a broken nose, arm, and has had to have several surgeries. There's another manhunt update out of Tishomingo County. A man wanted for an officer-involved shooting also has been called in a different state. Sheriff John Daughtry says Brian Turner was arrested in Wayne County, Tennessee by the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. The Tishomingo Sheriff's Department was informed about the arrest around 1 Saturday morning. The sheriff says Turner has signed his extradition and will be brought back to Tishomingo County. On Thursday night, investigators say a Tishomingo County Sheriff's deputy and Belmont police officer stopped a truck in the area of County Road 35. The driver allegedly rammed the sheriff's vehicle, then pointed an assault rifle at officers and began firing. Officers returned fire, hitting the suspect's car, who then fled. No officers were injured. A deadly crash happened in Montgomery County Friday night. Coroner Alan Pratt says the victim is 19-year-old Taylor Gano of Jackson. Pratt says she was traveling alone in a 2007 Toyota. The vehicle overturned on I-55 north of Highway 82 and Gano was trapped inside. The coroner says she was pronounced dead at the scene. The Winona Fire Department, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and Mississippi Highway Patrol responded. West Point police arrest a man and woman in connection to recent burglaries. 52-year-old William Stewart and 39-year-old Shavila Pennington were both arrested and charged. Officers say Stewart was arrested for 2 counts of burglary. He's accused of breaking into vending machines, taking cash, and stealing tools from 2 local businesses. Pennington was also arrested in connection with burglary and credit card use with intent to defraud. Both were taken to the Clay County Sheriff's Department. There's been an alarming surge of gun violence in America's 3rd largest city, Chicago. More than 50 people have been shot in the past 7 days. At least 5 have died. Nikki Batiste has the very latest.
Anyone from CPD that fired any rounds?
Gun violence returned to the streets of Chicago, resulting in a week marked by tragedy and death. The recent warm weather may have played a role in the crime surge. After a frigid first 4 months of 2018, the city had seen a 22% drop in murders and a 26% decrease in shootings compared with the same period last year. But this week's gun violence seems to have put an end to safer streets. Since Saturday morning, bullets killed 2 men and wounded 16 others, including a 12-year-old boy. 28 people were shot since Friday, with more than 50 shootings this week. Law enforcement officers were not spared.
I need to escort you to a hospital right now. Officer hit.
On Friday, an agent for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was working undercover when he was shot in the face in one of the most dangerous parts of the city.
I've ordered specialized units into the area to ensure the safety of the community residents and to conduct a manhunt for anyone involved in this reprehensible crime.
Hundreds of officers are searching for suspects.
They came in through the door. You know what I mean? A lot of agents.
But the focus on finding the person involved in the ATF agents' attack has infuriated some local residents. They say gunfire in their neighborhoods happens daily, but they don't see the same police response.
Just because you're wearing a badge, it matters more? How does that, you know, how do you think that makes us feel?
Chicago police say they want to build relationships with residents in that neighborhood. More than $60,000 is being offered as a reward for any information leading to an arrest in the ATF agent's shooting. He is expected to make a full recovery. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
It's now time to get a first look at our weather with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Jacob?
Hey, Jory, I wanted to tell you something interesting that happened today. An earthquake in the Gulf of Mexico, believe it or not. This was a 4.6. That's a fairly strong earthquake, especially for this area. The last time anywhere in the Gulf had seen an earthquake this area that strong back in 2006 when a magnitude 5.3 struck. Did not feel any shaking here, but still very close and interesting. No tsunami threat with it. Just kind of a rare occurrence that happened at 11:47 a.m. this morning. As far as the weather, no shaking here either. We're pretty stable for the evening here, getting those temperatures into those upper 50s. We'll see a few showers in some spots overnight coming up here in just a little bit. I'll tell you who's got a chance of the shower and what the summer weather will look like this week. Jory?
All right, thanks, Jacob. Areas in Oktibbeha County will be under a water service disruption on Tuesday, May 8th. Those include parts of South Montgomery Street to Mount Olive Road, and including Mount Olive Road in the Oktok Water Association area. The disruption will start Tuesday morning in order to relocate a main water line. Oktok Water Association says it's not known how long this will take, but they don't expect it to take longer than 8 hours. Once service is restored, the reference service area will be under a bull water notice. The company expects that to last, or to be lifted rather, on Friday, May 11th. An Ole Miss educator is recognized at the state and regional level. Kathy Knight has been awarded the 2018 Outstanding Dietetic Educator and Coordinated Program for the South Central region and the state. She's the Associate Professor of Nutrition and Hospitality Management at the university. The award is presented by Nutrition and Dietetic Educator and Preceptor Practice Group, an association with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. She was nominated by a colleague. Knight founded the Hospitality Management Program at Ole Miss. She also wrote the Department of Nutrition and Hospitality Management's planning document and application for the master's and doctoral programs to the Mississippi Institutions of Higher Learning. Well, hundreds of Mississippi State graduates are getting ready to enter life after college. Many grads are already taking their next step and they've got it figured out, while others are still waiting to see where their next step will take them. Our Riley Livingston joins us in the studio with more. Riley?
College graduates have many tough decisions to make. Some are ready to go into the workforce, but many others are headed back home.
There's a lot of job searching and waiting for me.
The day of celebration is over, and many graduates are left with the same question. What do I do now? Some college grads are preparing to start new jobs, while others are heading back home to continue their job search.
Well, I plan on moving back to Huntsville, Alabama, continuing my job search there, and doing a little more research into some master's programs that hopefully I can get into.
As of right now, I'm still in the job search. I'll be going back home, working at my old summer job, and while I'll be doing that, I'll be waiting to hear back from some places I've applied for, hopefully broadcasting, hopefully in film.
Kenneth Quinones started his job search a couple months ago and is optimistic that he'll find one soon.
It's been tedious to put in the applications, but there are plenty of opportunities out there, so I'm very hopeful.
Nick Arabia is looking to make his mark in the film industry.
I want to go out there and create content that people can relate to, that we can all come together and enjoy. It's just something that I feel like is not really expressed enough, how important of a role it plays in today's society, especially with how big media and technology is. So if I could just be a director of a film that can bring people together, I think that'd be the best job ever.
While some look for jobs, others plan on continuing their education.
I am actually going to return home to Gulfport, Mississippi to do a little bit of job searching for the summer, and then I plan to attend grad school.
Amber White says the process of getting into grad school isn't easy.
I've had to take the GRE, I've had to get letters of recommendations from all my teachers, just continue classes and get good grades, and I had to write some autobiographical essays just telling them about myself and why I want to be in the program.
All graduates have goals, and all of them go through different hoops to reach those goals, which is why Arabia has this advice for future grads.
For those who are just becoming seniors, the piece of advice I give them is don't give up. You will get some rejection letters, or you may not even hear back from people, but don't let that stop you. You just got to keep going, keep applying. Someone out there will pick you up, and then you will have your dream job if you just keep working hard for it.
Reporting in Starkville, I'm Riley Livingston, WCBI News.
All the recent grads I talked to are actively pursuing their dream jobs.
Coming up after the break, we have the latest out of Washington. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Jory Talley.
Welcome back, everyone. President Trump's new lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, says that Mr. Trump would not have to comply with a subpoena from special counsel Robert Mueller. And if forced to testify, Giuliani says he could plead the Fifth and refuse to answer questions. CBS News' Meg Oliver reports from New York.
Crowd here. This is what baseball's all about.
South Carolina bats have put it together with 13 runs. They dropped his average under 300, but touches that one deep.
Rudy Giuliani, in his new role as a member of the president's legal team, said Mr. Trump doesn't have to cooperate with the special counsel's office.
We don't have to. He's the president of the United States. We can assert the same privileges other presidents have.
Giuliani said his advice is to say no to being interviewed by Robert Mueller's team.
Not after the way they've acted.
Mueller has reportedly raised the possibility of a subpoena with the president's lawyers. Giuliani said if one were issued, Mr. Trump might assert his Fifth Amendment right and refuse to answer questions. Adam Schiff, the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, disagreed.
He's going to need to comply with a subpoena. If they take that case to court, they're going to lose.
Giuliani also said it's possible Stormy Daniels wasn't the only woman who received a payment from Trump.
Did Michael Cohen make payments to other women for the president?
I have no knowledge of that, but I would think if it was necessary, yes.
Attorney Michael Avenatti represents Daniels.
I think it is obvious to the American people that this is a cover-up, that they are making it up as they go along. They don't know what to say because they've lost track of the truth.
Avenatti said the president and his attorneys are helping his client's case instead of hurting it. Meg Oliver, CBS News.
On Friday, Mr. Trump said he would, quote, would love to speak with Mueller's investigators, but Giuliani said he would be walking into a trap.
Here's a live look at our Alpha Insurance Skycam network in Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon, Alabama, at Durham's Pharmacy, and downtown Louisville, Mississippi. Very calm night. Could see a few showers. We'll have more on that after the break.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Not a bad night if you've been out at all. In fact, today really was very comfortable with those temperatures in the low 80s. Maybe a little bit sticky out there if you're not a fan of that summer humidity, but we're cooling down nicely tonight. 66 right now in Tupelo. That dew point of 59 is about where we'll end up tonight, I think, in those upper 50s and low 60s. We've already fallen to 64 in Vernon, Alabama. We're down to 64 in Hamilton and at Amory, 61 in Starkville. Seeing a few 50s already here, 59 in Louisville. We'll continue to slide those temperatures downward over the next few hours. I think, again, upper 50s to low 60s is where we'll end up for our Sunday night low. 55 in Hamilton, Vernon 56, 58 in Columbus. Maybe just a touch warmer to the north there, 59, 60 if we can keep some clouds in place from Pontotoc, say up towards Ripley or Oxford. But for the most part, I'm thinking again those upper 50s with a few low 60s and maybe even a spot shower through the night. Here's why we might see some of those showers. If we look up to the north here, here's Columbus, there's Memphis. There's some showers coming out of Missouri down through Tennessee that are moving in our direction. And as they do so, maybe some of us can get a chance for a shower here. Right now, the leading edge of those showers is just to the northwest of the Memphis metropolitan area near Covington, Tennessee. As they slide to the southeast, maybe New Albany or Oxford towards Water Valley, Calhoun City, somewhere in there may see a shower with the better chances being along I-55 overnight. I think Futurecast does a great job bringing those showers through. Again, very brief, very small, may not even get a rumble of thunder out of them. They'll be very limited in coverage, so most, if not all of us, will wake up in the morning without a drop of rain. But if we do get a chance for showers, then maybe even in the morning hours here, say 8, 9 a.m., could see a shower on the board. But I really think by lunchtime into the afternoon, those little showers that we do see will dwindle off and we'll clear some clouds out into the evening, getting into the 80s for our Monday. Another beautiful day coming for us. We'll get to 84 in Columbus, Macon 85, Louisville 83, seeing 84 in Winona. Kosciuszko will get up to 85 for our Monday. Also 85 in Tupelo. We're up to 86 in Monroe County from Smithville, Amory down towards Aberdeen. Houston 84, seeing 83 in Boonville. And in West Alabama, good evening to you. We're at 82 for our high on Monday in Hamilton, 84 in Lamar County, down to 86 in Aliceville for a beautiful Monday coming for us. Now, if you like this weather, we're going to keep some of it around here. Summer weather coming for us. Watch this. These temperatures will be going up and up and up through the week here. In fact, Thursday into Friday, we will see a 90 or 2 in spots. We'll keep the official high of the area, 88, 89, but again, maybe some spots are into the low 90s for the first time this season as we get some of that summer weather in here. And with those chances for that heat, Get some showers and thunderstorms, very pop-ups like, much like we see in the summertime. Once this boundary is able to erode and lift off to the north, then that's when that moisture comes back. I'm thinking Wednesday into Thursday, maybe even through the weekend, we'll watch for the chance for a pop-up shower and storm in the area. And this is what the 7-day looks like, very much a summertime forecast. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe the best chance for showers and storms during the week. Again, only a 30% chance, so very limited as is. As we go into Friday into next weekend, seeing that warm weather continue. Saturday into Sunday. It looks like Sunday into early next week we may get a little bit of a change in the weather, but for now we're going to keep it overall a fairly nice weekend. Jory?
It would take extra innings for Ole Miss to escape South Carolina without being swept. Highlights from Rebels and Bulldogs. Baseball next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel.
Ole Miss trying to escape Columbia, South Carolina while keeping the Gamecocks' brooms inside the closet. If you're a fan of the long ball, well, do I have a treat for you on a Sunday night. Rebels looking to avoid that sweep. Thomas Dillard gets the Rebels on the board with a no-doubter. Sayonara baseball solo home run, and the Rebels would lead 1-0. Same inning, couple batters later, Chase Cockrell tattoos one to straight center field. You can run, but you're not going to catch that baseball. Another solo shot makes it 2-0 Rebels after 2. Top 5 tie ball game at 2. Nick Fortes joins the home run party. Laser beam over the left field fence puts the Rebels back on top. But South Carolina would respond to be a tie ball game at 3. Hunter Taylor gets all of this Will Etheridge pitch, and it's going to have reservations in the bullpen. Solo Jack would give South Carolina the lead, and then 2 batters later, Carlos Cortez pulls one to the right field seats. Another souvenir for another fan in the outfield. South Carolina 24-1 this season when leading after 6 innings. Rebels looking to make that 24-2. 5-4 Gamecock lead, not anymore. Tied game thanks to Chase Cockrell. The man had himself a ball game. Moonshot in left would tie the ball game up. Cortez in left. Might need a telescope or some binoculars to find out where that baseball ended up. Extra innings we go. Still tied at 5. Cockrell again lofts one to shallow right center. Will Golson's going to tag from third. Play at the plate. Golson's going to slide past the catcher. Just tap home plate for the run. Rebels take the lead 6-5. Parker Carisi would close it out. And it's always interesting when Parker's on the mound. Bags loaded in the bottom of the 10th. 2 outs. Crazy, just needing one more out to give the Rebels 1 in South Carolina. The flamethrower, sit down, buddy, for the strikeout and the game. Rebels win 6-5, take 1 in South Carolina. They'll be back home against Auburn at Swayze this upcoming weekend. Rubber match between the Bulldogs and the Crimson Tide. Alabama walked it off last night, got off to a good start. Today, Keith Holcomb, the hero from last night, walk-off man, comes through with an RBI single to put the Tide up 3-0 in the 4th inning, but the Rally Dogs would return in Tuscaloosa. Elijah McNamee gets MSU on the board in a big way. Skies one over the left field fence. 2-run homer makes it a 1-run ball game. And into the 6th, Mississippi State's done this all year long. Tie ball game at 3. Justin Foscue is going to make it not tied anymore. Rips one to deep left center. It's going to bring some folks home. Get to the fence. 2 RBI double for Foscue. Gives the Bulldogs their first lead of the game, 5-3. Bama would get one back, but Tanner Allen is going to give the Bulldogs some much-needed breathing room. Back to the wall in right. RBI triple for Allen. Bulldogs win their 14th come-from-behind game of the season, taking Game 3 in the series over Alabama 6-5. The Bulldogs will be taking on Troy in a midweek before traveling to take on Kentucky. The SEC softball tournament is set. Mississippi State and Ole Miss squeak in the field at the 11 and 12 seed. Bulldogs will take on Texas A&M Wednesday at 11 a.m. in Columbia, Missouri. All these games will be broadcasted on the SEC network. Ole Miss is the 12 seed. They'll be taking on 5 seed LSU. They have the later game on Wednesday at 4 p.m. They'll also, of course, be on the SEC network as well. NBA playoffs continuing. Warriors, Pelicans, Rockets, Jazz. Highlights next in sports. Welcome back here to WCBI Sports. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans hosting Kevin Durant and the Warriors for Game 4. Warriors already up 22-10. Kevin Durant with the face-up That is a pretty mid-range J. Warriors up by 14. KD would have himself a ball game, but here come the Pelicans. Rajon Rondo, hand down, man down, makes the Warriors pay for the wing triple, cutting into the lead, and then Pelicans down 11. Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis working the pick and roll. Throw it up to the big fella. Sheesh. Climbing the ladder for that alley-oop. But it'd be way too much. KD and the Warriors not going to guard that man one-on-one. Pull up in the lane is money. Durant with 38 as Warriors take game 4, 118-92. James Harden and the Rockets in Utah taking on talented rookie Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz for game 4. James Harden cooking early. One-on-one again. You're not going to guard that man one-on-one with the contact. Pretty finish in the lane. Rockets up by 7. Second quarter, Jazz down 12. Royce O'Neal, good grief, handing out posters everywhere on a Sunday night. That guy's got some family and friends. Look at Donovan Mitchell go to work in the lane. Beautiful spin move for the and one bucket. A little bit of deja vu later in the quarter. Mitchell with the crossover. Yikes. That man going to work. Gets to the lane for 2. Rockets will be up by 7 at the break, but fourth quarter, Chris Paul, James Harden going to close this one out. One-on-one step jumper for Chris Paul there. Wide open. He's going to make that. James Harden to the lane. Grown man take and 1 bucket. Rockets take the commanding 3-1 series lead with an 100-87 win over the Jazz. That does it for sports for tonight. We'll have the last look at your forecast coming up right after the break.
Jory, do you like summertime?
Oh, I love summertime.
Well,
do you?
perfect. This is a forecast for you. I do too. We get some pop-up showers, storm temperature in the upper 80s. About as summer-like as you get, even though we are still, what, May 6th? Is that what it is?
It is, it is.
Crazy.
Well, y'all have a great week. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.